Travel and Tyler style. Today we're in Toronto, Canada. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do today because I wanted to make a video. But people already know about the main tourist attractions in Toronto. But when you look online and look on YouTube in particular and try to learn about the brewery scene, there's not that much. But what I can tell you is it has a great brewery scene. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. The first stop is the Collective Arts Toronto Taproom. Has a 4.6 rating on Google, so that's pretty good. So that's where we're going to start, and we're going to figure it out from there.
Hey, we're at Collective Arts Toronto. Just going to break down some of our barrel-aged stouts for you. We've got the Origins of Darkness Lervig. It's made with peanut butter, super delicious. Then we have the Burial, which is made with coffee. And Duges, which is like a raspberry mint barrel-aged stout. Yeah, they're all bomb.
So I ended up having the Fuzzy Face IPA, which was actually really good. It was like 10%. I think it was like $9 Canadian. So now we're on to Bellwood. It's like a 1.4 kilometer walk. But that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be doing a lot of walking because what I'm finding is they're not all that close to each other. There's a lot of them, but it's not like they're all next door, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just leaving Bellwoods now. I had a Vines Gamay. It was around 8%, cost around 11 Canadian dollars, and basically it was a beer wine. It was pretty good. It was a beer that was made from grapes, from what I understand. It was recommended by the bartender. When I have a day like this, I start off by doing a little bit of research and reading the Google reviews and figuring out where I'm going to go. But as the day evolves, I figure out where I'm going to go next by asking bartenders and people at the bar sitting next to me at the different breweries where I should go next. And then I kind of figure it out from there, and I try to hit all the places that actually make sense based on the feedback that I get from people. So anyway, where I'm going next is Burdock. It's about 1 or 2 kilometers from here. I don't know, I haven't plugged it into the GPS yet. And I have my plan laid out. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's follow along. So I went to Burdock Brewery. But when I got there, even though it showed open on Google, it didn't have the bar open. And it wouldn't open till 4 o'clock, so I had about an hour and a half to kill. That is something to be aware of, that the breweries don't always have the bar open, which can really throw a wrench into your plan. So I'm changing gears a little bit. I'm on my way to Blood Brothers. That's gonna be the next one. So I'm gonna go to Blood Brothers now. I'm gonna check it out, have a beer, and then from there I'll kind of figure out the next step, and then I'll circle back to Burdock on the backside. I finished up at Blood Brothers. It was really good. If If you're in the Toronto area, this is definitely a brewery you need to check out. It was totally legit. I had the basic IPA. I think it was like 7 or 8%, cost around $11. Yeah, I liked it. So now I'm gonna head over to Burdock. I know I was there earlier, but the bar wasn't open, but now it's past 4 o'clock, so I can go check that out. It's about 2 kilometers away. I'm leaving Burdock Brewery. I had the Ducks Royale or something like that. It was pretty good. So now I'm heading over to Bandit. Bandit Brewery is supposed to be pretty good, and actually they have really good food from everything I'm hearing, and that's where I'm gonna eat dinner. The problem is it's over 3 kilometers away and it's pretty cold right now, and I am not interested in trying to make that walk. So I'm gonna grab an Uber. Should be, I don't know, 15 Canadian dollars or something. I'm hoping. We're about to find out. Leaving Bandit, had a mushroom risotto dinner sort of thing. That was really good. Like 22 Canadian dollars, give or take. I also had a Walt Stout that was strong as hell and good. It was kind of sweet, you know. They warn you, they're like, it's going to be sweet. I'm like, yeah, but it's 12%. So something I want to point out is, you know, yeah, I'm doing a brewery run today. I'm visiting as many breweries as I possibly can, but I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for you. I want everybody to understand that Toronto has a great brewery scene. So I'm not being selfish, spending the whole day walking around drinking and eating and having a great time. This isn't about me. This is about you guys. So I'm hoping by the end of the night, you can all appreciate the work that I'm putting in to try to let you know what Toronto and the brewery scene's all about. Now we're gonna go into Halo. This is probably my 4th or 5th or 6th brewery. I don't know. It's hard to keep track when you're having a day like this. I mean, they all just sort of run together when you're doing a brewery run. But either way, several people have said good things about it. So we're going to check it out. We're going to see what it's all about. Let's find out if Halo's good. I didn't end up having a beer at Halo. It wasn't because it wasn't cool. I mean, it seemed like a cool environment. It was crowded. Usually, you know, breweries that are crowded for a reason. It's just I couldn't find a seat and I didn't want to wait. I got things to do tonight. It's a big night for me. I have a bunch of breweries I'm trying to hit. So because of that, I essentially just scoped it out, took a look around, like said hi to a couple people awkwardly that were trying to figure out why I was recording a video, and then decided to move on to the next one. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to go to Folly. I don't know. That's the plan. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about any of these breweries I'm going to. That's the thing. But that's going to be the plan. I'm going to try to go to Folly next. Let's see how this goes. Made it to Folly. I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm hoping for the best. I mean, I took someone's word for it, and that's pretty much all I've done all night, for that matter. But let's find out what it's all about. And by the way, Toronto is an awesome city. It's March and it's cold, but it's worth bearing the cold to do a brewery run. Finished up at Folly. It was really good. And the food must have been good. I didn't have anything, but you could tell because there was a lot of people eating there. But it's not the kind of place that I would be like, you got to go to Folly when you're in Toronto. You know what I mean? All right, I've had a long day and I'm kind of worn down and tired and it's cold and it's late. I got one more day to work with, so I'm thinking I might just shut it down at this point and regroup tomorrow. I have a few more breweries that I'm trying to hit. I got a plan. So that's where we're at. So I think we're gonna call it a day. Day 2 back at it. The weather's not quite as good today as it was yesterday, but that's okay. I'm on a different side of town. I'm over at Godspeed, and everybody knows about Godspeed over here. It's one of the classic breweries in Toronto. So that's where we're gonna start. I'm gonna stay on this side of town today, and let's see how this goes. Leaving Godspeed. That place was awesome, by the way. Should 100% be on your list of breweries to visit when you're in Toronto. Now I'm going to Leftfield, which is another brewery. I guess it's designed with a baseball theme of some kind. And I'm walking 1.2 kilometers to get there in the rain. But that's what I do. I make sacrifices. In life, you have to have goals. And my goal is to hit as many breweries as I can. That should be appreciated. So let's go check out Leftfield and see how this goes.
We're Leftfield Brewery. Give you a little look-see at some of our beers. So we started here 11 years ago, almost to the day actually. We started by husband and wife team, Mark and Mandy Murphy. There's a lot of too much foam in this floor, that's my fault. But the first beer they made was Ephes. It's an oatmeal brown ale. I've never had anything quite like it. It's super cool, recommend it to everyone. If you're in the area, we're in Leslieville right now in this alleyway, but it's a good alley. It's not like one of those bad alleyways. We also just opened up a location on the west end in Liberty Village that has a full kitchen and everything. We also, if you're stopping by, you gotta try our Greenwood IPA. People say it's one of the best IPAs I've ever had. That's not my words, it's theirs, but I agree. I'd get fired if I didn't agree, so there's that. Yeah, that's us. We got, if you're coming on the weekends, we have a whole production area that you can sit in. And then if you're here, just you may catch a baseball game, a hockey game. We're playing the PWHL right now, so that's been a lot of fun. What else we got? Euchre, music bingo, trivia. You can bring in a dog, but you gotta, if it's a bad dog, then you can't. That's our vibe.
Leftfield was great. It was awesome. It was quirky, good vibe. Shout out to Kieran for doing that little video for me. Appreciate that. Now I'm at Rorschach. I think that's how you say it. I don't really know. It's in the same area. It's supposed to be pretty cool. Let's go check it out. Rorschach was actually pretty cool. It's like this old school, feels like you're going back in time, a few hundred years type of building. But they had this Mexican margarita beer, which I've never heard of, which is why I like these breweries, because they all kind of have their own little unique spin. And I mean, this wasn't their main like specialty by any stretch, but they had this Mexican margarita beer that was delicious. And that's what I decided to get. Now it's time to eat. I gotta grab some food. It's got a long day ahead of me, and if I don't start eating, I might not finish this video. Just ate lunch at a little small place called Puerto Bravo, and they had some amazing tacos. Shout out to them. They were legit. So anyway, now I'm going to Black Lab Brewery, which is 1.7 kilometers. Evidently, they have actual dogs floating around at this brewery. And they warned me, they're like, in the rain, you're gonna have a lot of wet dogs. I was like, that's a ridiculous scenario to prepare for a brewery. Never really heard of such a thing, but I gotta see what this is all about. Finished up at Black Lab Brewing, and it was as advertised. They had dogs running around. I wasn't really sure what to expect when I got there, but it was pretty much exactly how it was described, and that's a good angle. It's a strong angle. If you have a brewery and you let people in with their dogs, yeah, you can corner that market. Makes sense. All right, now I'm on my way to Avling, and I think that's gonna be the last brewery in this area. Made it to Avling. This is the last brewery on this side of town. Let's check it out and see what it's all about. Avling has a happy hour that was like $5 a drink. It's a killer deal. Okay, so now I'm on my way to Steam Whistle. Now we're at Steam Whistle. This is the last stop. Steam Whistle is a historic, it's one of those places you just kind of gotta go to. I'm not saying it's the best brewery, it's probably not. Like the locals around here don't really go to Steam Whistle. But for me, especially for this video, it's the only place you can finish up. Plus, it's an awesome location. Let's check it out. Made it to Steam Whistle. At last call, by the way. They only have one beer. It's called Steam Whistle. Makes sense. But seriously, you cannot go to Toronto and do a brewery run without finishing at Steam Whistle. What better way to finish up my brewery tour in Toronto than finishing at Steam Whistle? It's an incredible place, incredible building. And over the last 2 days, I've probably hit, 15 different breweries. It's hard to keep track. They all kind of run together. But Toronto has an amazing brewery scene. If you're in the area, you gotta check it out. This is what I got, Traveling Tyler style. Subscribe to my channel. Don't just watch this video and move on to the next one. come along with me. Help me out. That's what it's all about. I'm out.